Giridhara Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki Sarva Vipna Vinash Lakshmi Narasimhadev Bhagavan ki Bhakti Shiromani Bhakta Prahlad Maharaj ki Patita Pavan Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Gaur Premanandi. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you Prabhu for the wonderful Kirtana. So welcome all to Bhagavad Gita session day 10 once again, and today we are learning about the most confidential knowledge. In this chapter, Krishna will deep digger into the devotional service details, different levels of devotional service, and how to attain Supreme Personality of Godhead here. So Prabhuji will explain more about that in a simple and easy way. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, thank you. Once again, welcome to today's, what I can say, the most important chapter, 9th chapter, transcendental knowledge and the secret confidential knowledge. Today, Krishna is going to reveal. Confidential is the relationship between the Supreme Lord and the devotee. So how close the relationship is, how Krishna, we have seen from past 2 days, but still today, Krishna will be saying more about this. The most confidential knowledge, okay? Just to understand this, definitely we need the mercy of Guru and Krishna. So let us all please hold our hands and chant the prayers. Mangalacharya. Please chant along. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Mena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Mishtapadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Jaya Pataka Swami Niti Namine Nama Acharya Padaya Niti Kripapadaya Gauragata Damadaya Nagaratram Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pungam Langayate Girimet Kripatamaham Vande Shri Gurum Dinakam Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Vishnu Gurudeva. So let us offer gratitude and thanks to His Divine Grace A.C. Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, founder Acharya of International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. So in yesterday's chapter, 8th chapter, we saw many things in this DEAD. The most important thing is the examination that we have to face in our life and how well are we prepared for our examination. In that first, Arjuna asks 8 questions and Krishna answers all the 7 questions. And for the last question, he takes the whole chapter. So the examination, how should we be prepared? We saw in a small story, right, to understand it. And finally, Krishna is revealing a spiritual world. That is, how to attain the spiritual world and the material world. So the choice is in our hands. We can choose whatever we need. And especially last topic about the devotion part. So how easy it is to attain the Supreme Lord. But yogis, they take so much of difficulty in attaining the Supreme Lord, and they have to have a long process of Ashtavidhi, like 8 vidhis they have. Yama, Nima, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. Even then it is so difficult for them to attain Supreme Lord. But devotee, it's so simple way will be able to attain. And today's chapter is more important, where Krishna reveals the transcendental relationship between the devotee and the Supreme Lord. Okay. And in today's topic, we are seeing knowledge, inconceivable relationship, non-worship, glorism. So as usual, we'll start with a small story. Let us try to understand how to get this knowledge and how Krishna will have the relationship. So what are the main qualities that we need to build the relationship between the Supreme Lord? So this is not a story. So what all I was saying, it's all the real incidents which has happened. And this is recently in Vrindavan, few 100 years back, something, the last time which has happened. So there was an ashram. In that ashram, there was one Guruji or the Swamiji or Sadhu. So he had the deities of Rama, Lakshmana, Sita and Hanuman. So he was worshipping there and he was doing the service, but he had a long time desire that he has to go to Ayodhya and have the darshan of Sri Ramachandra. But he was not getting the opportunity because whoever the disciples are joining the ashram, just in few days, he used to leave the ashram and go. He did not get the opportunity because he has to take care of the ashram. He has to go purchase grocery, vegetables, everything. Then he has to cook. Then he has to offer to the Lord. Then whoever is coming to the ashram, he has to preach to them. Then provide the prasadam to them. It was a whole day service to him. So after a long time, one boy, he joined the ashram and he was there for mostly for 1 month. Just for 1 month, you think. So he thought what all has to be done. He thought this is the best chance that I have to go to Ayodhya. So he said to the boy, I'm going to Ayodhya. You take care of here. You just be here and just see how to take care. You are all seeing this. This is the part like cooking. This is how you have to preach and this is how you have to do everything. But the boy said, my dear spiritual master, I'm just in 1 month. Yeah, 1 month is sufficient. So I have a long-term desire to go to Ayodhya. So let me go and come. He not even gave the opportunity for the boy to reply. So the boy came once again running, my dear master, please, when I'm not able to do, what should I do? Why you are worried? See there, Sita, Ram, Lakshman, they are there. Hanuman is there. You go and take their help. You go and ask if you are not able to do anything, you go and ask them, they will help you. Oh, is it? Then it's okay, fine. Okay, Guru Maharaj, I can do this. And there's a chance that and those days going to Ayodhya means walking from Vrindavan to going to Ayodhya and coming, it will take months together. So what happened after this boy, single-handed what he can do. So he was going to the market, purchasing the groceries and vegetables and coming, cooking. By the time many will come, say start preaching, no time. By the time cooking, many will come and they'll start believing. Then he start giving prasadam. Then he thought, this is all getting a lot of headache for me because no preaching, what is the use in giving prasadam? Then he went to Lord Ramachandra there. And he saw there, Hanuman was sitting quietly. And he thought, so Hanuman is not doing any service. So let us give some service to him. He requested Hanuman, please, can you come and help me in purchasing the groceries and vegetables? So that is a humble mode, no sense, you say. Humble mode, the faith that he had on the words of the spiritual master. Just directly went and spoke to Hanuman. Hanuman so was lovingly, it was because the way that we call, it's more important. The Lord is Bhavagrahi Jana. So then Hanuman came, okay, I can help you. Then he said, with conditions, not that you carry the whole market. They asked for Sanjeevani and you carry the whole Sanjeevani hill. Not like that. Just go, see the list, what is required, only that much you have to purchase. Okay. Hanuman will jump from here to the market, he'll purchase what is required, and from there to here he'll jump, he'll give the grocery. And he started cooking and doing. Then what happened? Cooking and serving is happening, but he's not able to preach because the time is not sufficient. Then he will go to Lakshman. He'll request Lakshman, my dear Lakshman, can you come and preach? What preaching? Ramayana. You are part of Ramayana. Who can preach better than you? You are just say the glories of your brother. Please come and do it. So Lakshman was very happy. He also came, he started preaching. Just imagine Lakshman is coming and preaching, what will be the situation? So the devotees who are coming to the ashram, they increase the numbers in like anything. So this person became difficult for cooking also now. And he'll think what to do now. Then he'll go to Mother Sita. He'll request Mother Sita, see, I'm getting very difficult in cooking. Anyhow, the best cooks in the world, it's you, because you cook to the Lord. So it is said that once what Srimati Radharani or Sita Devi cooks, they never cook once again. So many varieties they cook for the Lord, for the pleasure of the Lord. So can you please come and cook? Then Mother Sita, she was so merciful. She came, yes, I can do this. She started cooking. Just imagine somebody eating the prasadam, which is cooked by Mother Sita, how it will be, how transcendental it will be. So the devotees' number started increasing like anything. He is not able to maintain. And see, when this is happening, whoever comes to the ashram, they start donating because they're eating prasadam. They're hearing such wonderful pravachan from Lakshman and eating such a tasty prasadam and transcendental prasadam, which is prepared by Sita Devi. They started giving some donations, huge donations used to come. And this person with this limited intelligence is not able to maintain that ledger, that accounts also, because when the spiritual master comes, he has to give the accounts. So this much of amount has come and this much of expenditure has done. He's thinking what to do now. I cannot do big calculations. And he thinks, oh, anyhow, or Ramachandra is there. No? He is the king. What difficulty for him to do this ledger works or the account section. He'll go to Lord Ramachandra carrying all these ledgers, books, keeps next to Ramachandra. He says, see, this ashram belongs to you. And I'm responsible to give the accounts to my spiritual master, but I'm not able to maintain this. So anyhow, you are a king. Very easily you can do this. Can you please do this job to me? And Lord Ramachandra says, yes, why not? I'll maintain these accounts. So he starts doing that. After a few months, Guru Maharaj, yes, Gurudev is coming. He's thinking, is this my ashram? It is filled with so many devotees. He comes to the boy and says, what has happened? Guru Maharaj, I'm just following your instructions. Whatever you have said, I'm just following it. What did you follow? Then he says, see, it was very difficult for me. I went and requested Hanuman, then Lakshman, then Sita Devi. And now the donation is too high. Much donations are coming. So I was not able to win how many zeros, how many digits. So I gave to Lord Ramachandra. He is taking care of the accounts. So see the face of the Guru Maharaj. There were tears in his eyes. What kind of a fool am I? I went to Ayodhya, such a long distance to see the Lord, and how pure your heart is. You just based on my words, you had so much of faith and you executed it and you engaged Lord from Ayodhya. No, Lord has come here, but I went to him. This is very important. But how much faith? You will see in this next slides. What is the important thing to progress in the spiritual? King, K-I-N-G, King, today's acronym, and the topic is knowledge, inconceivable relationship, non-worship, and glorious. Here, Krishna says, Raja Vidya Raja Guhyam Pavitram Idamuttamam Pratyaksha Dharmyam Susutam Tartum Avyayam. Raja Vidya, simple understanding. Raja Vidya, Vidya means knowledge, Raja means king, finished. The king of all knowledge, it is Bhagavad Gita. Simple words. And Krishna himself, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Koti Brahmanda Nayak, he is saying this, Raja Vidya, this knowledge which I am imparting to you, this Bhagavad Gita knowledge is Raja Vidya, confidential. And here you can see there are three confidential things where Krishna reveals. He says three times this. He says in the 2nd chapter, 4th chapter, and now he's saying, and he says in the 14th chapter also. So what is this confidential? The very first thing is body and the soul distinction. In the 2nd chapter, it says, Dehinosmi nata dehe kaumaram yavanam jara tata dehentara praptir dhirastatta namuhyati. You are not this body, you are the soul, spirit soul. You are the part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. Okay, there's many things. You refer to the 2nd chapter. So vasamsi jeenani yata vihaya navani grihnati naroparani tumna jayate mriyate. So many qualities, and he says that the difference between the soul and the body. This is confidential knowledge. We cannot reveal this. We get realized only by spiritual master, bona fide spiritual master. Other than that, it's very difficult. Okay, then more confidential knowledge. What is that more confidential knowledge? Of devotional service, of Krishna Sambandha, the relationship between the Lord. That, who am I? After knowing soul, what you will do? Am I related? Who am I? Then who is the creator? Who is the Supreme Lord? And what is the relationship between me and the Supreme Lord? This is known as Sambandha Jnana. These are the three confidential layers, confidential levels. The second is to know who is the Supreme Lord. And on the 7th chapter I was saying, even the great Mahatmas, Rishis, they were not knowing who was the Supreme Lord. Bhrigu went for all the places. They were so powerful. They had so much of power. Even then, they had the ignorance. They did not know who is the Supreme Lord. We are so fortunate. Even being ignorant of all other things, we are able to know who is the Supreme Lord. But because of our ego, we are not ready to accept that Krishna is the Supreme. Then the most confidential, pure devotional service and Krishna's reciprocation with someone. The relationship between the Supreme Lord and the devotee. Actually, when we take the humble position, Jivera Swarupa Hoy Krishnera Nityadas, eternal servant of the Supreme Lord Krishna, if we take that position, Krishna makes us so high. You can see the example of Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada never ever he claimed that he is God or he is supreme. Throughout the whole world, he went and preached the holy names of the Supreme Lord Krishna. Never ever you can see that I am great. He glorified his spiritual master and Krishna, that is it. But what did Krishna give in return? There are so many centers all over the world. Every country is having ISKCON temple. Every morning, 4:30, there is Mangalarti to the Supreme Lord in every temple. But before that, 4:15, there is Mangalarati to Acharya Srila Prabhupada. Before worshipping Krishna, it is Srila Prabhupada who is being worshipped. That is the position Krishna gives to his devotees. So how much humble we become. Even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says this thing. Gopir Bhartur Pada Kamalayor Dasanu Dasanu Dasa. That is the real position of a jiva. When we say this humble position, the servant of servant, definitely Krishna's relationship starts developing in our heart. But being egoistic, I am great, I am that, I am this, never ever will be able to reciprocate with them. Okay, then two qualifications, the most important. Anusuyava and Shraddha. What is that? Non-envious, not being envious on the Supreme Lord. Many will be thinking, yes, we are all not envious. No? Nirmat Salanam. That's what Srimad Bhagavatam says. So we all think that, oh, I am not envious of the Lord. But each and every one are envious of the Lord. Come. Just simple thing I'm saying. Just show you. Always I give this example. I've seen this phone. If somebody asks, whose phone is this? What will you say? My phone. You have a pen in a pocket. Whose pen is this? My pen. That means you're envious of the Lord. How come is this? Saying this is my product, why I'll be envious of the Lord? Because Bhoktaram Yagna Tapasam Sarvalokameshu. He is the only proprietor. He is the only enjoyer. The whole creation belongs to the Supreme Lord. This phone belongs to the Lord. It has been just given to me to use. That is it. So when I come to my real constitutional position and when I recognize, if somebody asks, whose phone is this? Oh, this is Krishna's phone. I'm using for his service. Whose pen is this? This is Krishna's pen I'm using in his service to write. This is when we are non-envious. In this way, very subtle way, everyone are envious because we also want to be the competitors. Oh, Krishna, the whole universe is yours. Good. But this pen is mine. This mobile is mine. I am also a competitor to you. You are the boss of this universe. I am the boss of this small thing. This house belongs to me. This vehicle belongs to me. Many things in this way start claiming. So actually, this is non-envious. So this is envious. So we should become non-envious. That means we have to recognize the position of mind that I am eternal servant of the Supreme Lord. Then Shraddha. You saw the story itself. You came to know. Shraddha. The faith on the words of the spiritual master, the faith on the words of Bhagavad Gita, definitely will be able to reciprocate with you. This is the knowledge, simple knowledge. Then king of knowledge. Now in this verse, Krishna is saying Raja Vidya, king of all knowledge, the most confidential secret of all secret. Raja Vidya, Raja Guhyam. Raja Guhyam means Raja king, Guhyam secret, king of all secrets. You know, Bhagavad Gita is open to all. What the secret is there in it? Secret means what? You have to keep in a locker and lock it, isn't it? here it's open. You should see these devotees. They start distributing this Bhagavad Gita freely, and sometimes you can see on the streets also they'll be saying, please purchase this Bhagavad Gita, take this Bhagavad Gita, take this Bhagavad Gita. So openly it is given to you, but still it is secret. That is the mystery. You cannot just by reading, you cannot understand this. Krishna says, Bhaktya mama vijanati avanyashmi tattvata. Only a pure devotee can understand me, who surrenders unto me. Man manava mad bhakta madhyajimam namaskuru. This is the way. When you surrender to the Supreme Lord, you will be able to understand the mystery of this transcendental knowledge. Then Pavitram, this is the purest of the pure knowledge. Uttamam, this is the topmost, transcendental. Then Pratyakshavagamam Dharimam, the most important thing. Perfection of religion, it is said, and Pratyakshava, it is only that you can experience, not just by hearing, not by reading, learning, no. When you execute, only you can experience this. Simple example. You want to, can I explain you the taste of sugar? I can say that sugar is sweet, sugar is that, it's like crystal, it is that, something, all I can say. But can you experience the taste? When you just take the sugar, drop on your tongue, you'll be able to taste it. Then you can experience, oh, this is called as sweet. Correct? Without that, no. The same thing, bhakti. You hear this, my class or whatever the class, you read Bhagavad Gita for hundreds of times, hear the class for hundreds of times, there is no use. You cannot experience anything without chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra and offering prasadam to the Lord and ordering the transcendental prasadam. Without these two processes, never ever you'll be able to relish or enjoy or experience the supremacy of the Lord or the transcendental bhakti, the devotional. So today is the most important topic. I'll be saying about one more additional in your life to do what should you do. Okay, then Susukam, it's very joyful. It's enjoyment. Because you are connecting to the Supreme Lord. It is joyful and everlasting. It is eternal joy. Not this like a materialistic joy. It is eternal joy. Till our death will be in bliss executing this devotional service. Okay. Now the next topic. There's so many topics in this chapter. And now the relationship, how Lord is related to us in all the material things he says here. Maya dakshena prakriti suyate sacharacharam etunanena kaunteya jagat viparivartate. This material nature, which is one of my energies, is working under my direction, O son of Kunti, producing all moving and non-moving beings under its rule. This manifestation is created and annihilated again and again. You can see this picture. Yesterday we saw this is jail. The material world is jail. And who takes care of it? Durga Devi. Durga means jail. Devi means the head of that Durga. She is the Devi, Durga Devi. And you can see her, Durga Devi with folded hands. She is taking the orders of the Supreme Lord. And she executes accordingly. The whole nature, the whole thing, the whole creation is just going on according to the directions of the Supreme Lord. It's very simple. So whatever you get, whatever is happening in our life, everything is related to Krishna. Everything is coming through Krishna. Even I am getting a single penny also. It is by the mercy of Krishna only. My ignorance, I'm not able to understand that. That is the only lacking thing in avidya, we say. Without that, I'm not able to know. But each and everything, whatever is happening in my life, everything is coming on the mercy of Krishna. That one thing, if you understand, then you will be able to relate each and everything in this whole creation. Yeah. And then next, non-worship. But who don't accept the Supreme Lord, who are ignorant, who are fools, deride me. Krishna is saying, Avajananti muda manusham tanamashrutam param bhavam ajananto mama bhutva maheshwaram. Fools deride me when I descend in this human form. They do not know my transcendental nature as the Supreme Lord of all that be. It's very difficult. Even after, I don't know how far you are all able to accept this. Even after understanding or hearing so much of classes also, many have doubts. How come Krishna is supreme? How come Krishna can be the supreme Lord? There are so many devatas from my ancestors, from so many this thing. I'm worshipping this deity. I am doing this puja, and now somebody is saying Krishna is supreme. How will I be able to accept it? And Krishna, Hare Krishna, we've seen that the pastime of Krishna. He was a boy in Vrindavan. He was a coward boy, then he became a king. Okay, we can accept that he's some great personality because he lifted Govardhan. He did many things. Yes, he can be a great personality, but he cannot be God. How can God come and be among us? So many doubts we have. But Krishna himself is saying. So I cannot take much time to explain all this, but still, you should understand in very simple words. You can see this picture. This person standing on the earth, and it has been holding by the Lord. And he sees, he's searching, where is God? No God. No God. Using the sun for the light, using every product for the energy of the Lord, utilizes everything and to find that there is no God. How foolish are we? Standing on the earth, which is belongs to the Lord. And once, just a comedy, one person is saying, one person says, God, he speaks to the God and he says, I am superior than, I can create so many things. I'm creating the satellites. I'm creating this, that, so many things I can create. And the Lord in simple words, he says, very good. I know that you are very great, but on simple request, go out of my creation and create whatever you need. Understood? Just go out of my creation and create whatever you need. Where is, without Lord's creation, what is the existence? So we are just utilizing everything of Krishna's product and we claim that there is no God. We are very, very foolish and ignorant people say this. Only nature, nothing beyond this. And it is only Maituna, only boy and girl is sufficient to create. It's kind of foolish things. Okay, now when we start rejecting Krishna, what will happen in life? Where do we end up? Moga moga karmano moga jnana vichetasa rakshasimma suram shaiva prakriti mohinim shritaha. We become demons. We start degrading day after day, day after day. We become atheist out of atheist. Finally, we will become a great demons claiming that there is no God. Finally, I am God. This is what our situation. Then what happens to that kind of personalities here? Those who are thus bewildered or attracted by demonic and atheistic views in that deluded condition, their hopes for liberation, their fruitive activities, and their culture of knowledge are all defeated. In endeavor, whatever you do in your life, everything is a waste. In the very beginning, 7th chapter, Summarization. Maya Pradajnana, there I said, whatever we have in our life is everything equivalent to zero. How many zeros I have? I have so much of bank balance, so many zeros I have. I have so many houses, so many zeros. I have so many things, so much you have. Every zero is there, so many zeros, but no value for it. But when you become devotee of the Lord, when you had one in your life, that one is Krishna. Once you had that one in your life, there's so many zeros, whatever zeros you have, every zero gets a value. Even 1 0 you have, it becomes 10. If you have 5 zeros, it becomes 1 lakh. So whatever we have in our life, the value comes only by having Krishna. Otherwise, this is the way you can see till the 16th chapter, you'll go there, you'll come to know how we go to enter the hell. There are only 3 ways to hell and how we enter the hell. Okay, then if you accept Krishna, what will happen? You saw a person who's not accepting Krishna, but we accept Krishna. Mahatma nastamam partha daivim prakritim ashrutaha vajanti ananya manaso jnatva bhutadim avyayam. He becomes a Mahatma. Who accepts the Supreme Lord, he becomes a Mahatma. And how Krishna reciprocates to him, how he protects him. Mahatma nastamam partha daivim prakritim ashrita is under the shelter of the divine vision. Always is protected. Something you say this, we have this aura rays on us, which protects us, isn't it? Something like that. There's a protector shield on us, and we become a devotee. So anything which crosses, it has to cross the shield. Like Karna will be having kavacha, So nothing can pass. This material miseries, never it will be able to penetrate that kind of a shield that Lord protects the devotee. To see in our materialized with you, oh, they're also dying, they're also suffering, they're also having problems. No, but there is a shield which is covered. There is no, see, some light might be, but the rays, the heavy rays which is pricking our body, that will not be for the devotee. He will not experience the pain that an ordinary person experiences. Yes, he will be experiencing the same thing. Rain will be coming, sun will be there, and everything will be the same for that person also. But he will not be experiencing the pain. That is what we are not able to see that. We may not be able to experience that. Only a devotee can experience. A devotee can experience another devotee, not we. Yeah. Say, O son of Pritha, those who are not deluded, the great souls, are under the protection of the divine nature. This is known as Mahamaya. We are all controlled by Mahamaya, and devotees are controlled by Yoga Maya, the transcendental energy of the Lord. They are fully engaged in devotional service because they know me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, original and inexhaustible, because they understood that I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead and surrender unto me. So they are Mahatmas and they are always protected. Now, how to recognize a Mahatma, or else how to become a Mahatma? Satatam kirtayanto mam yatantascha dudabhrataha namasyantascha mam bhaktya nityayukta upasate. What should we do to become a Mahatma? Always chant the holy names of the Lord. That's what we are doing from the day one. From the day one, we are chanting the holy names of the Lord so that even we can become Mahatmas. Always chanting my glories, endeavoring with great determination. So that depends what kind of attentivity or what kind of sincerity, what kind of a faith you have, how much faith you have in chanting. Many just rotating the mala, just chanting once and that way. But many very attentively, very seriously, they take to the bottom of the heart, they chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. That makes a change in their life. So bowing down before me, these great souls perpetually worship me with devotion. When they start worshipping the Lord with devotion, loving service to the Lord, you can see the experience of that blissful life. Without association of the devotee, it's very difficult sitting somewhere very far and hearing my words and trying to understand it. It's difficult, definitely. When you associate with some devotees, you'll recognize that the bliss of the happiness the devotees are experiencing. For that, we should be fortunate enough. That's what the scriptures say. Brahmanda Brahmite Kona Bhagyavan Jiva Guru Krishna Prasade Paye Bhakti Lataticha. Brahmanda Brahmite, Brahmanda, universal. Brahmanda Brahmite, somewhere in this whole universe. Brahmanda Brahmite Kona Bhagyavan Jiva. There is a fortunate soul who gets the mercy of Guru and Krishna. And the Bhakti Lata Bija, the devotional seed, starts sprouting from his heart. You should be very fortunate. And I hope we're all here. You're all very, very fortunate to attend this transcendental knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. And now it's up to you how far you experience this, or you can engage in your life, or not. You're rejecting or accepting. Krishna has given the independence to us. It's up to us. Okay, you can remain as a demon, or you can become a devotee. Then the activities of a Mahatma, Kirtayanta, always chanting Drudabhrataha with a fixed vow. Somebody will have, yes, I will chant only for this 18 days. Because you have the sessions, you'll chant and afterwards close everything and sleep. Drudabhrataha is very Druda, is fixed in his vow. I have started till my last breath, I'll never give up this. I'll be the devotee of the Lord. Takes this, only Mahatmas can take, definitely. I said, no, we have two groups, but still there are many in the process to attend the sessions. Every day there will be alarm. Every day they'll start thinking that tomorrow I'll attend tomorrow. That tomorrow is not coming in their life. It will not come also because of their kind of mode or their laziness. That definitely we have to cross all this. We also have to become a Mahatma. Clear? Namaste. Unfortunately, what all I'm saying, only you are all listening. But those people who are supposed to listen, they are not able to hear this. and they are also not able to engage. What to do? Namasyanta, offer obeisances. Then Nitya Yukta, always engaged in the Lord's service. Okay. Now, other types of worshippers. After this, you can see there are many types of worshippers who worship the Lord in different ways. The indirect worshippers, Ekatvena in oneness, Prithaktvena, diverse as many. Then Bohuta, Vishwato Mukha in universal form. Something that I am Lord, I am God, worship myself. So they think, there's a light and I am also light. We all go and merge into the Lord in this kind of thing. I am also Lord. There's a type of people, many are like this. They say, as we say Hare Krishna, they say Narayana. What is the Narayana? You are also Narayana, I am also Narayana, both will become Narayana. This kind of, see, this is all ignorance. We think, oh, they're all great people having so much of knowledge of scriptures, but they don't have faith on the Supreme Lord and the words of the spiritual master. So they get deviated. The same scriptures make us atheist. Very easily it will make us atheist thinking that I am the Lord. There are many people like this because there's so many philosophies like to take up accordingly. So first we have to become devotee of the Lord. Without becoming a devotee of the Lord, trying to read this Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, definitely will become atheist because we take according to our mental perspection or according to the material knowledge, we try to understand this. So in that way, many people, they themselves create a form to the Lord and they worship that form. You say some what I can say, Ur Devate, that Devata, this, that, they keep a stone without any form, they keep on a stone, they do many things, such kind of things. And we say to them, they get offended. We are doing from so many years, so many yugas, we are doing this. It's nature, that's their nature, they also will be doing such kind. And others, Vishwata Rupa, seeing the Lord as in a universal form. Some say no, the nature itself is Lord. Trees, plants, nature, everything is God in this way. There are different kinds of worshippers, but ever think that everyone will get the same result accordingly. How you worship the Lord? The same way. But definitely everything is God. You say oneness, that is also God. You give a different stone you worship, that is also God. That is also energy of the Lord. You worship the nature, you worship sun or moon or whatever, everything you're worshipping, but lack of knowledge. By lack of knowledge, you are worshipping in different way. Clear? And result for those who accept, reject Krishna. Just see here. What is the result? What kind of worship you do? Yanti deva vrata devan pitrun yanti pitru vrataha bhutani yanti bhuteja yanti madhyajino pima. What kind of worship you are doing? Those who worship the demigods will take birth among the demigods. Who worship the devatas? 33 crore devatas are there. When you start worshipping all of them, you get the result accordingly. When you're worshipping sun god, definitely you will be able to reach the sun planet. When you're worshipping Yamadharmaraja, you'll be able to reach the place of Yamadharmaraja. When you're worshipping some Devi, you'll be able to enter that planet and you start serving. So they take birth among demigods. Then those who worship the ancestors go to the ancestors. They think my parents, they are all in all for me. You can see many altars in pujarams, they have their photos of their parents also. My mother, my father, they start worshipping. And they have so much love towards their parents. What will happen? They'll go to the Pitruloka. That is the ultimate result I am saying. That's what Krishna is saying. The ultimate result, they'll go to Pitruloka. And those who worship ghosts and spirits will take birth among such beings. But people who worship the ghosts, have you seen midnight pujas? Go to some graveyard and do some pujas. Such kind of people are there. So what is their result now? Yes, definitely. They also get an ultimate result. Return birth. There's many planets for this bhutas, This ghosts also, there are many planets. So they go there, take birth because they are loving the ghosts. So they take birth. And those who worship me will live with me. Very simple words. But who worship me, they worship in my abode, the supreme abode. I hope you all have received the Goloka chat. You can just keep open and see that. Behind me also, the topmost Goloka Vrindavana, that is the Supreme Lord Krishna's abode. So you'll be able to reach that. Very simple. It's very clear. Lord is not hiding or showing anything. No. However you worship me, in whatever way you worship. Now we can see the difference between Devatas and the Supreme Lord. Motive, love and servitude. When you start serving Krishna, you have the natural love. But Devatas, you have the material desires. You'll be having the material desires. So I want to become this, I want to construct a house, I want to get married, I need children, I need that, I need this. Then you start worshipping Devatas. When you don't have any desires, even you worship the Devatas. Actually, I was a strong devotee of Devi. When I not had any desires, when always with loving, I started serving. Every Friday, I used to go and do Abhishekam. So it was me and my mother. We used to go tie the sari, decorate her, and do puja and so many things. And for many years, not even a single Friday I was missing to get the garland and do this. There was only pure love. That's it. See, I'm not saying I'm great, but that is the way I was, because I had not had any other desires. So whatever I need in my life, it was there. I was satisfied. Then it was her duty. She made me to come to Krishna. Even Devatas help us. When we have love, so we come to Krishna. If we don't have the love and we have still material desires, even Devatas, they keep to them. And they'll be fulfilling our desires. Let it be Baba, let it be Devi, let it be Devata, anyone. Definitely, they are all the devotees of the Lord. It's very difficult to understand many higher things, but they're all devotees of but they're all Kama Mishrita Bhaktas. What do they grant? What Devatas grant and what Krishna grant? What is good for us? As I was giving the example of a shopkeeper and the father. So, like a parent, and here is a shopkeeper. You give 100 rupees, he will give 100 rupees chocolate. But a father, he says, no, it is not good for your health. He gives one chocolate per day. In that way. That is the reciprocation that Krishna and the Devatas difference. And blessings, and Krishna's blessing is eternal, but Devata's blessings is temporary. Why? It's sometimes something stays only till this body. When I leave this body, everything is vanished. My house, my wife, my children, my vehicle, or whatever the property or the wealth I have. After this body is left, it's gone. Once again, I'll not receive. But Krishna's blessings is not like that. Okay, if I take the ultimate destination of some Devata also, then there is annihilation. Annihilation of the universe. Everything has been filled in water or is burned. But Krishna says beyond this material world, so it is eternal. Yeah. And you can see a simple chat here. Understand this. What is this? Just to run a country. We have Prime Minister. So under Prime Minister, there are so many MPs, MLAs, so many chief ministers, so many ministers, and so many gazetted officers, and so many things, so much we have. Just imagine, for a small country, you need so many of them. But what to speak of the whole universe? You think 33 crore Devatas is sufficient? So many Devatas take care of everything. Just here, as you want to run a company, you need sales head, finance head, purchase, marketing, R&D, accounts, and HR, something like this. The same way, here you can see for electricity, it is Surya for the universe. And for construction, it is Brahma. For power, it is Agni, water, Varuna, defense, Kartikeya, home, Durga Devi, wind, Vayu, education, Saraswati. In this way. So the whole universe has been taken care from all the 33 crore Devatas, and Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, as we saw there. Maya dakshena prakriti suyate sachara charam hetunanena kaunteya jagad viprivartate. Oh, everything is going according to the instructions of Krishna. Clear? See, for example, how to understand this? Very simple example I'll give you. For example, in our street, the street light is not working, or the street water, Kaveri water or something, it's not coming. Where will we go? We'll go to a corporator, nearby corporator, MLS, and we'll go and give a complaint. Sir, this is not happening. Please take care. Okay, fine. He works out and the light will come, water will come, everything. What will think? Oh, great. This personality is great. Everything is coming through him. But through whom this is coming? This is coming from the central order. They have a system. From there, it's been instructed to the MPs. From there, it's instructed to the MLA. From there, it's instructed to this corporator that This Kaveri river water has to be taken in a pipeline. It has to reach all the cities and towns. And this is how it has to come in the tap. And so much you can have a meter and you can charge this. And so many instructions has been followed. He's just following the instructions of the superior order. Clear? If I don't have this knowledge, one day the prime minister, if for example, chief minister, he comes and the corporator comes. Whom do you respect more? If you're ignorant, you respect the corporator, isn't it? Because you're getting the water and light, everything to corporate, and who knows this chief minister? But you're well versed. You know that he is the chief minister of our state. Because of his orders, only this is all happening. What will you do? You start giving more respects to this chief minister. Very simple. With lack of knowledge, we think only the devatas is everything. But when we come to the real knowledge, we'll understand the Supreme Lord Krishna is the source of everything. Yeah, simple understanding. Now the real bhakti starts. Krishna from here is starts reciprocation to this devotees. How Krishna reciprocates to Mahatmas. Ananyas chintayanto mam yechana paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyam. But those who always worship me with exclusive devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, oh, to them I carry what they lack and I pursue what they have. Such a beautiful words. Ananyas chintayantamam. You don't have any other chinta. You don't have any other worries other than serving me. And what is the result you get? Yoga kshemam vahamyam. I myself protect you. So whatever you have, I'll protect that. And whatever you're not having, I will provide. Whatever you lack in your life, I'll just provide that to you. And whatever you have, I will be the protector of it. That is the word Krishna is saying. That is how he reciprocates to the Mahatmas. You can see there's so many millions and millions of stories. You can see this Tukaram. Once materially they claim useless. So anywhere he goes, he'll not do the work properly. So his wife, after cultivating, she'll give this chili for the market. You go sell this and come. That's their living. So he goes to the market and he starts selling there. And somebody comes, he says, sir, please, I don't have money. They want to cheat this Tukaram. They'll be cheating him. So they'll not give the money. He'll take 1 kilo, he'll take 2 kilo. And one rowdy will come. Yeah, I'll kill you. Give me so much. He'll take and go. Everything will happen. With empty hands, he will come. And what happens? It is Krishna here. His wife is always scolding him. Useless person, I gave 1 bag full of chili, you came without any amount. What will I feed my children? How to take care of the house? So Krishna goes to each and every house. I am servant of Tukaram. You have taken 2 kilos of chili and 1 kilo is so much, please pay this. He collects from each and every house. Even he goes to the roadie also. Just think, when Lord is coming, who can oppose him? Everybody gives, he comes, collects and gives to the wife of Tukaram. He says, so I was a servant. I did not collect it properly. Now I am collected. Who is it? My husband has become so great. He is able to do all this. Able to understand this. But that person, Tukaram, is always immersed in devotion. There's so many millions of stories in this way. And one person who goes to, is very poor. So he's not able to get married his daughter. His wife is always scolding him. One day, a rich person of the whole town, he comes and says, I'm ready to get married to your daughter, to my son. Oh, very happy. The only one thing you have to do, just give this thing, lunch prashadam, arrange lunch prashadam for everyone. That's sufficient. Rest, gold, marriage, everything I'll take care. He was very happy and the wife also was very happy. So whatever the old what I can say, jewelry, anything she gave to him. You go to the town, keep this and take the amount and purchase all the grocery and you can do the lunch prashadam for everyone. Okay. He will go there. This was still another 3 days was there for the marriage. On the way, what happened? There was Bhagavata Sapta, 7 days Bhagavata. So he entered that hall. He thought, any 3 days are there. One day, let us hear this Bhagavatam and second day, I'll go purchase and come. Third day, I'll do the marriage. Very simple. He went, sat there. Was so much immersed in that Bhagavatam, 7 days went like anything. He did not even know. After that, he was very happy. Oh, everything finished. I came out. Then he's realizing 7 days over. What will I do now? How will I show my face to my wife and my daughter? How can I enter the village at least? So he was just going to the village and everyone is seeing him from top to down and everyone are glorifying. What great personality you are. He was thinking that everyone are insulting me in this way. What kind of a lunch prasadam was that? So many varieties he had given. Oh, Krishna, everyone are insulting me in this way. He'll go to the house. And that wife also starts glorifying him. I thought you something, but you're so great. I did not expect that such kind of a marriage you'll be able to do. He's thinking, what happened? Where's my daughter? Where is your daughter? She's already gone to her husband's house. Then he will understand it was Krishna who came in his form. He did this arrangements. That way, how much love we have, Krishna reciprocates accordingly. So then we shouldn't imitate. Oh, is it? When my daughter marries there, I'll somehow go and say nothing will happen in our life. So only to such pure devotees it will happen. Okay, so we should become pure devotees. Many they will be thinking this. Always imitation is our problem. And glories of devotional service, the turning point of our life. Okay, this is the most important thing. So see, in the very first chapter, I requested everyone to chant. And the third chapter, I requested everyone to offer Naivedya, milk and fruits. So many were asking, oh, what about other things? I said, no, only milk and fruit. And today I'll say something a little bit additional. Patram pushpam palam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tad aham bhakti uphavritam ashnami prayatatmanaha. See, so lovingly Krishna, he says, Patram pushpam palam toyam. Patram, a leaf. It's all singular, not even plural. Patram, one leaf, one flower, one fruit, or else little bit of water is sufficient. Yomem bhaktya prayachati, with love, whatever you provide me. Tat aham bhakti upavrutam ashnami prayatatmanaha. I will accept it. The love that you are given, the devotion, the love that you are giving through that item, whichever the item you are giving, with love, and I just accept it. If one offers me with love and devotion, a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or water, I will accept it. Bhakti is very simple. Reciprocating to the Lord is very simple. Developing a relationship with the Lord is very simple. But not only giving milk and fruit. We have to start giving everything, whatever we eat. Offering, there is a way of offering. But offer here, Krishna is very clear. Patram pushpam palam toyam. There is three kinds of guna. There is sattva guna, rajoguna, tamoguna. And whatever comes in sattva guna items, we have to do. And tamoguna, you all know this non-veg or egg or fish or whatever. These kinds are all tamoguna products. Ignorance, it's a mode of ignorance. So that all we cannot offer to the Lord. And this onion, garlic, this comes in rajoguna. So whatever you are putting to the food, that is onion, garlic, that you cannot offer to the Lord. When it is in sattva guna, if you are preparing some sweet, some kesari bath or sweet pongal, ayasam, in this way, and you can see devotees, they do everything removing this without rajoguna and the tamoguna, all sattva guna they prepare. And there is thousands of items. When there is a festival, we prepare 1008 items, not hundreds, it goes in thousands. So many varieties, just the milk product, there's so many varieties. A person who enters on the festival day or in ISKCON, never ever in his life will be able to forget. So many varieties has been offered to the Lord. So that's more important. See in this plate, what is not there in this plate? Is your daily lunch of this kind of a plate? This is the plate of a devotee. This is how he offers to the Lord, and this is how he honors his lunch and dinner. Then just imagine, Bhakti is so happy, blissful, no? So when you live with a king, you live in life of a king. When you live with the Supreme Lord, you live a life of the Supreme Lord. See here, there's rice, there's chapati, there's puri, there is paneer sabji, there is sampalya and sweet, jamun, juices, so many things in this plate. And everything has been offered to the Lord. And finally, who's honoring this? You can just see, but there's a process I'll say here. It should be vegetarian, sattvic items. No onion, garlic, and no meat. Anyhow, everyone knows this. No need to say that. So no onion, garlic, so that it just belongs to Rajoguna. So we shouldn't offer that to the Lord. It should be only Sattva. Then keep a separate plate, clean plate for the Naivedya. It should be a new plate. Never we have touched it or we have eaten something in that plate. It should be a new plate exclusively for the Supreme Lord. Then chant mantra with ringing bell. ring the bell and offer the prasadam with tulsi leaves. That's a must. Without tulsi leaves, Krishna will not accept tulsi and little bit of ghee on it. Why? Whichever it is paripurna, which is complete, Krishna accepts, not incomplete things. So tulsi is a pure bhakti, form of bhakti. So he accepts with through Tulsi Devi. And ghee, you can see the ghee, how it comes. It is a transformation of milk to curd, curd to butter, butter to ghee, and ghee to ghee. That's the end. That's so when it is complete, then Krishna accepts. So it's ghee and Tulsi. Tulsi is Bhakti Devi, and what I can say, the authentication, the seal. Yes, this is qualified for the Lord to accept it as Tulsi Devi. Without Tulsi, there is no authenticity. So Krishna will not accept. Like Krishna, Tulsi Devi, we can offer. So these are the things. Then you can see here mantras. We say parampara, no? This is how we have to offer. The pranam mantra of Srila Prabhupada. Every day we chant in Mangalacharan. No? Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namin. This pranam mantra of Srila Prabhupada 3 times, ringing the bell, you have to chant. And then Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratishe Namo Nama. This Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pranam mantra. Who is the head of this or parampara? It is Lord himself, Krishna, who takes the form of the devotee, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we have to say his pranam mantra 3 times. Then Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmanitaya Jagaditaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Nama. Pranam mantra, Govinda mantra of Lord Krishna. You have to chant this for 3 times by ringing the bell. And then Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Panchatattva mantra 3 times, Hare Krishna Mahamantra 3 times. This is the way process you offer to the Lord. Clear? An offering you have to keep for 15 minutes. This is maximum 15 minutes, not more than that. Okay. Sometimes when you say that I kept yesterday and today I'm going to take it out. No. That's an offense, Just because you have to have the consciousness that you have kept a plate to the Lord. You should be waiting and you should be praying for his mercy. My dear Lord, please, this insignificant soul is trying to serve you. Please, I'm offered something which I'm able to do it. My capacity, please accept it. In a humble mood, you have to actually in that time, at least you can chant 1 round or 2 rounds. 2 rounds, it takes 15 minutes, or 1 round, you can chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and take out the plate. And what you should do after that, take prasadam out and distribute among your family. This is the real family. This is the happiness of a family. Where a granny, the lady, the woman of the house, what she should do, this is how she can create the auspiciousness in the house. The relationship, good relationship with husband and wife and the children. In those days, the ladies were highly respected because that was their nature. That is the service motive of their. And once, I don't know how far it's possible to say this. So in Mahabharata also, once when Draupadi comes to that Kurukshetra and even 16,108 wives of Krishna, they'll come there. They say that, my dear Draupadi, how can you satisfy 5 husbands? We are not 16,108. We are not able to satisfy Krishna. Even now, so lovingly we serve him. Even then, always in the night, he'll be remembering Srimati Radharani's names. How do you serve? And she says a simple word. I just sleep after they sleep, and I wake up before they wake up. Very simple words. That means they were never ever seen that Draupadi is sleeping. That is the service she was doing to her husband. That is the way a lady can wear the this thing, and he'll become a henpecked husband. Then, whatever she says, that is ultimate. She'll be whatever she orders, he'll be able to do just by feeding them this prasadam. And if you are feeding them angry, lust, greed, what will happen? Well, preparing itself, throw everything in anger and feed the anger to them. The same reciprocation he will give you. He starts screaming at you and shouting at you, and there's a quarrel in the house. So what you feed to your family, that is what the returns we get. So this is most important. And when there is no lady who's doing it, at least Prabhuji's they at least can prepare an offer and take this prasad. But today I need each and every one, at least one item, one sweet item, at least you have to offer. At least one item. My limitations, I can say, beyond you. You have every independence, freedom, isn't it? That's what here you can see the freedom what we have. Nishkama Karma Yoga. Definitely, To leave this body also, we need to maintain it. Religious duty, do it only for Krishna. But whatever the activities which we do, the working, the business, the cooking, everything, do it for the Lord's pleasure. Eat only prasadam, charity, utilize for furthering Krishna consciousness. Charity, definitely, each and every grihastha has to give charity. How to give charity, to whom to give charity, I'll say in the coming days. But it has to be done. So it is better to do a preacher where this Krishna consciousness will develop. Okay, then austerity, meditate on Krishna by chanting on beads. And you can see here, the result of performing Nishkama Karma Yoga. What is the result? Freedom that comes by connecting our activities with the Lord, also called regulative principles of freedom. Our freedom starts increasing. I know I said many times. And just here one small example, the kite. A boy is just living the kite, and the kite is thinking, I have so much of power and potency, energy. I can fly on the sky. I can just go on the sky there. But this person is holding me with a thread. If he once gives up, if I become fully free, I can go high. Correct? But just imagine when the thread is cut, what will happen? Yes, it might go higher than that. Then later, somewhere it will be stuck in some trees, and somewhere it will fall, and its life has been wasted, spoiled. That's what we think in our ignorance. So can you see this rope? No. Why do you think rope is necessary? What happens if it gets cut? We have independence. That rope is independence. It should be in the hands of the spiritual master and Krishna. When our independence in their hands and we obey their orders and lead a life accordingly, we will be flying on the sky, in the sky, something high like a kite. That will be our life when we take up this Bhagavad Gita and the instructions of spiritual master. If we execute that in our life, from today, if you start offering this prasadam to the Lord and honor it, you'll experience a blissful life and you'll be flying in the sky. There's no doubt in it. You don't obey, as usual, the kite without the thread, what it happens? Full freedom, you think. And is the Lord partial? Is he partial with his devotees and others? Definitely not. Krishna says here, Samoham sarva bhuteshu na dveshyosti na priyaha ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktyamai tetehi chapya. Samoham sarva bhuteshu, I'm equal to all. Name dveshyosti na priya. I don't love anyone. I don't have enmity or friendship, anything. I'm equal to all. But whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, is in me, and I am also a friend. And that a person who's having a loving relationship, who's a devotee, definitely is near to the Lord. Very simple. A king is always equal to all his subjects, but for his own son, is definitely all his treasure or whatever he has goes to him. Clear? The same way. Here, Krishna is saying, the teddy bear, where a small kid is having small teddy bear, and Krishna is saying, please give it up. I'll give you a better thing. If we really give up that, we have a little bit of sense gratification, lust, anger, greed, and so many things. Kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya. So many things we have. We try to give up. Krishna is having a big teddy bear here. Our hands should be free to take. We are filled with so many anarthas or contamination. Once we open our hands and make it free, Krishna will give a very big thing where we may not be able to hold in our two hands. Because with us 10 hands, if he gives, how will we be able to hold in two hands? That's what. First, we have to try to give up this material desires, lording over the nature. I am supreme, I am great, I am this. We try to give up that, definitely be able to experience more better than that what we are trying to get through this material things. Then, apichet suturacharo bhajate mam ananya bhak sadhureva samantavya samyak vyavasito hi saha. As a great thing Krishna is saying, my devotees, now he's claiming this. Apichet suduracharo. My devotees, even by knowingly, unknowingly, if they commit some abominable work, even then it's your duty to claim him as a sadhu. You should see him as a sadhu only, because he is my devotee. Even if one commits the most abominable action, if he is engaged in devotional service, he is to be considered saintly because he is properly situated in his determination. If he is a devotee, definitely you have to consider him as a sadhu, saintly person. Krishna is ordering us, never ever you think to offend some devotee. Just chanting the holy names of the Lord, trying to execute devotional service or trying to serve the Lord, never ever offend him. Krishna never likes it. He said in Padma Purana, you offend the Lord millions of times and just offer one lotus flower to his lotus feet. Definitely he'll excuse you. But only once in your lifetime you offend a pure devotee and millions of lotus flowers you offer to the Supreme Lord, even then he will never, ever. It's the words of Padma Purana. You should be very careful when you're offending some devotee. Unknowingly, many times we start openly speaking something on the devotees. This person is like that person is like this. Krishna is saying. And why is this? Krishna says, Shipram bhavati dharmatma shashvat chantam nigachyati kaunteya pratijani name bhakta pranashyati. Shipram bhavati dharmatma. Very quickly he will become dharmatma. See, he quickly becomes righteous and attains lasting peace. O son of Kunti, declare it boldly that my devotee never perishes. He's saying here, he's ordering Arjuna. See, actually, whole Bhagavad Gita has been said by Krishna. He is saying everything, but here he's saying, Arjuna, you declare it. Boldly you declare that my devotees will never perish. Why is that? Why Krishna is not saying this? Why is asking Arjuna to say this? There's a past time before this incident also. Once what happened during the battle, for 10 days this battle, Kurukshetra battle has been already done and nothing, no results. So this Duryodhana is very angry. He comes to Bhishma Dev and starts chastising left and right and says, what kind of a personality you are? You are so great personality. You say that it said 25,000 Arjunas is equal to one Bhishma Dev. So powerful personality is he. So even the 33 crore devatas cannot stand in front of him. Such a powerful personality is because of his brahmacharya. Saying from the day one, brahmacharya is not an ordinary thing. So he was such a great personality. He started chastising him. You are such a great grandfather of mine. I thought, expected many things. But what are you doing? From 10 days, no result. Not even one Pandava has been dead till now. What kind of a warrior you are in that? Then this Bhishma Devi says, okay, enough is enough. Stop now. He takes 5 arrows, golden arrows he takes, and he sits and he starts meditating and he just he imparts all his energies into that 5 arrows. And he says, this 5 arrows will decide tomorrow the Pandavas' life. Each arrow is for one Pandava and all the 5 Pandavas will be killed tomorrow. Hearing this is the vow Bhishma Dev is taking. Duryodhana is very happy. You know the vow of Bhishma Dev? Unbreakable. Nobody can break. So then now Duryodhana is very happy. He says that, let me have this 5 arrows. He says, why? No. He's a little doubtful because he's having little kind-hearted towards Pandavas. No, in the night he might give up to them. So he says, tomorrow I'll give you. I'll say whom to kill, then you kill them. He takes and goes. And this news just spreads all over the battlefield. And everyone are upset now. What will happen tomorrow? Bhishma Dev has taken a vow. What will happen? And Krishna will come to see Arjuna. Arjuna is just lying down and he's taking rest. Krishna comes. Oh, my dear Arjuna, you heard the news. What news? That's what Bhishma has taken the vow. Yeah, I know that. Bhishma has taken the vow and he has created some 5 arrows so that tomorrow you're going to finish. Then you are taking rest. And what is there should I do now? The Supreme Lord, who is the protector of the whole universe, he is awake. Why should be I? Why? It is your responsibility to take care of your devotees. So he's sleeping. Then he says, you wake up now, go to Duryodhana, collect that 5 arrows. Then he says, why will he give me? Then he reminds him, when you are banished to the forest, it was Duryodhana who came to insult you. He was just taking bath with some girls in the Sarovara, in the pond. And that was a time of Gandharvas to come. They came and just to show in front of you, he did something. So what happened then? Gandharvas, they fought with the Kauravas, this Duryodhana, and they carried him as a rat and put in a cage. Then actually Yudhishthira Maharaj requests Arjuna, see, to the outer world, Kauravas means it's 105, not only that 105, you also belong to Kauravas. You have to go and help Duryodhana. Then Arjuna comes, fights with the Gandharvas, he helps his Duryodhana, he releases it. He's so much disturbed, this Duryodhana, because he came to show off something and something happened in result. He says, Arjuna, whatever you need, ask, I'll give you. He says, no, when we are banished, nothing we can take. When the time comes, I'll collect from you. So now Krishna is reminding that on that day you said this, no? Now you go and ask. And Arjuna will go to Duryodhana says, give that 5 arrows. My dear brother, we can't do this. In battlefield, it's all personal. You shouldn't do this. How did you know this? No, Krishna said, why will I give you? I'll not give you. Then he'll say, no. On that day, you get a word. No. He just reminds this incidents. He feels very awkward to hear this. Then he says, hey, don't say full story. No need to hear full story. Take this 5 arrows. He'll give that. And this personality will come back. Then the next day, Bhishmadev comes. Duryodhana, give the arrows. Today I'm going to finish up this battle. He says, where arrows? No arrows. Everything is gone. You fight without arrows. He said, Bhishma says, my dear fool, the very first day I said, you have not 11 Akshoinis, you have hundreds of Akshoinis. But when Krishna is in their side, never ever trying to win. No victory without Krishna. In that 10th day also, he thinks that his Krishna might be God. He say, no, he cannot be God. He is only some magician. He's doing some. See, this is the demon's character. Never they accept the Lord. Never they accept Krishna as supreme. And finally, what happens? But Bhishmadev had a vow. Now his vow is going to be broken. Then Krishna also has taken a vow. What is that? Never ever I will touch any weapons. Now Bhishmadev will say, let's see whether you will break your vow or no for your devotee. And that battlefield was like, this whirlpool. The arrows which was coming from the bow of Bhishmadev, it was like a whirlpool. He was not able to see from which direction the arrows are coming. In their tree, it started breaking the heart of Krishna. And the blood was just oozing from him. And that is called Partha Sarathi. That is the darshan Bhishmadev takes. He's a pure devotee of Lord. And he was relishing that. And Krishna also was relishing. As flowers has been offered to Krishna, how he feels the same way the arrows of Bhishma is lovingly was taking my pure devotee. So that is called Virya Rasa. Non-devotees cannot understand this. Okay, that is called as Virya Rasa. He was so blissful seeing this arrows of Bhishmadev. Then finally what happened? One arrow came and struck Arjuna. And Krishna became very angry. He just jumped from the chariot. He came with the broken wheel. Just forcefully came towards the Bhishmadev. Vishnudev dropped his bow. He just came down, stood on his knee, and just opening his two arms. He said, "But this is what I was waiting. My dear Lord, please come. I'm waiting. You can kill me. I wanted you to break your vow, because he said he'll not test the weapon. Now he has taken this weapon." And Arjuna, he comes in a hurry. He holds the legs of Krishna. He says, "Now I'll fight to my full potency. Please don't break your vow." This is why he's asking Arjuna to say, boldly declare this. Because if he gives a vow, he takes a vow, he might break. But never ever he'll try to break the vow with his devotees. If devotees give a word, never Krishna is going to give. So that is what. That's the relationship between the pure devotee and the Lord. There's many pastimes like that too. Know what is the relationship of the Supreme Lord and the devotees. Okay, in this one last time, how much I can say. Okay, essence of all essence. This is the essence of all. What is this? Man mana bhav mad bhakta madhyaji mam namaskuru mam evaishyasi yuktva atmana mat parayana. This is how we have to be a devotee. Observing oneself in Krishna consciousness. It is man mana bhav mad. Engage your mind always in thinking of me. Become my devotee. Offer obeisances to me and worship me, being completely absorbed in me. Surely you will come to me. That's why in every house there was an altar. Our ancestors were great. Just seeing them, we had to learn. Any house, there was no house without a puja room. Without altar, there was no house. Every house in the entrance, there was a puja room. Whatever you earn, it was everything offered to the Lord. And whenever you are leaving the house, they give the obeisances, postulated obeisances to the Lord, take the permission of him, and then they go for any work. And as soon as they enter the house, they give a postulated obeisances to the Lord, and then they take up their work. Because the Supreme Lord, he is the proprietor and he is everything for the house. He is the owner of the house. We are around just servants. That was the mood they had. That is the devotional. That is the devotee's mood. But nowadays, only demons or devils live in our house. There is no altar. There is no photos, nothing. Somewhere it will be there. And those days, mornings, they used to open their eyes and see the photo or the Lord's face. And when they have to stand the earth, they have to just touch the earth and keep to their head. That means they used to see the Mother Earth as goddess. That was the mood of the devotee. But nowadays it has become so worst. We are all just like living the life of a demons with nothing else. Oh, just let us try to become devotees. This is how we have to become. Okay, Krishna is saying this. This is the essence of all. Okay, and in today's chapter, King, K-I-N-G, King acronomy, the very first thing is knowledge, Anusoya, non-envious, and faith. Two things, Shraddha. An inconceivable relationship, the relationship with the Lord and the living entities. If you are a demon, demonic results. If you are a devotee, devotee results. Very simple. It is up to us. What is our reciprocation towards the Lord? Then one non-worship. Even after this, there are so many kinds of worshippers who worship themselves as God, and some have their own whimsical forms, or others who think as Bahuda, that is Vishwarup, that is the nature or something like this. Their own philosophy they start worshipping. But Krishna is very simple in this Bhagavad Gita. So bhakti is very simple, and offering is the most important. The creating, the developing relationship within the Supreme Lord. That is the glories of bhakti. Most important thing, how Krishna treats a devotee. Apichet su duracharo bhajate mamananya bhaksadureva samantavya samyak vyavasato hi. Even if you are doing some mischievous things and abominable things or something like that, even then he claims that he is my devotee. That is the relationship that Krishna is having towards his devotees. Okay, so for that he says, my devotee never ever perishes, because I am there to him. Now, who's there for us to protect? Is Krishna is in our life? No one else can protect us other than Krishna. This is your decision. You decide whether Krishna is in your life or not. Okay, now tomorrow's session is 10th. Another important session, Vibhuti Shakti. Lord says how to see the Lord in everything. In things. Hearing, once again, he says hearing is important, Shravanam is important, essence of Gita. And tomorrow, most important, Chatushloki will be seen. 4 shlokas, the essence of Bhagavad Gita. And acceptance, how Arjuna accepted him and reveals. Then it starts revealing to our vision, the Supreme Lord. Now, this link will be in your group. As soon as you complete this session, please do attend to that link and complete your quiz. Okay. Now let us chant once Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sahasranamna punyanam tvira vrityatu yat alamekhyakrutyatu krishnasya namaikam tat prayachati. The most important thing, this is from Brahmanda Purana. It is just here. The pious results derived from chanting the 1,000 holy names of Vishnu. Sahasranama. 1,000 names of Vishnu. 3 times can be attained by only 1 repetition of the holy name of Krishna. So it's equivalent to 3 names of Rama, and 1,000 names of Vishnu is equivalent to 1 name of Krishna. We are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. How many Krishna and how many Rama are coming there? So very important. And this is not, I'm whimsically saying, as I said, from the way day one, nothing of my own words, even not even a single word will be there. Everything will be referred from the scripture. So the reference I'm giving, this is from Brahmanda Purana. Okay. Lakshmi Narasimhadev. This is Gandharvika Giridhara and ISKCON HVL. So now, if you have any questions, please do raise your hands. Meanwhile, let us know the reports and other announcements. Okay. Yes. Chandrasekhar Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. So we'll go through the report if questions are not there.
Yes.
Raju Prabhu, you can share this.
And sorry, I'm taking a little bit, the time has been extended because this chapter, especially the most important chapter, takes much time. And this 1 hour, 1 verse can be explained for 1 hour. So much of knowledge and so much of information is there. But just shrinking everything and making to get everything. Okay. Yes, Prabhu, please.
Yes, Prabhu. So yesterday attendance was around 55 devotees attended. Quiz was attended by 28 devotees. Chanting was done by 19 devotees, and Naivedya was done by 18 devotees.
Yes.
Small decline compared to yesterday, Prabhu.
Fine, it fluctuates, but I need everyone to do. See, many will be even forgetting to report. They might do it. See, once they have started with that, understandable that they are doing it. Sometimes they might forget because beginning, no? Sometimes the offering they might forget, or sometimes the reporting they might forget. So simple thing I say, you keep an alarm at the night. That should be our sleeping time also and reporting time also. When we go on bed, our first duty is to report. This is how we have to. That is how all the devotees practice in the very beginning. So even myself, I practice the same way. I have an alarm at 9 o'clock. Till 9 o'clock should be our time to go to bed, not 11, 12. At least, okay, if it's not possible in the very beginning till 10 o'clock, we can give, but you have to reduce. To the real sleeping time is it starts from 8 o'clock. And those days, they say, Goduli Samaya. Goduli time means when the cows enter, come back to the house. That's when the sun sets. At the time, just honor the dinner, they'll finish up the dinner and they'll go to bed. Those days, there was no light, there was no TV, no this kind of demonic natures, nothing they had. They not had any other. They were blissful. Why they need other enjoyment? Their inner happiness was so much, so they had not need of any external happiness. Now we don't have happiness inner also external, so we need movies, TVs, and many other things. Isn't it? Okay, fine, Prabhuji. Next.
Yes, then we can see some questions there. But there's only one question.
Yes, Prabhuji.
It is from Vaishali Mataji. So I understand that Bhagwan has created third world and us humans for this past time, but why has he put difficulties in me in the okay, difficulties in life? If everyone in this world follows and loves Krishna and is in his consciousness always, then this will definitely be a better world. He takes avatars to protect good people, destroy bad ones, and also to show us that he is the ultimate supreme God. But if humans all over the world know this from their childhood, then we will be on the right path always. What is the point in letting us to do wrong things and then correct us? Krishna's leelas are definitely beyond my understanding, but this thought arose in my mind.
Yes, it is something like a question and a statement also. Yes, Mataji. What is the use trying giving all bad things? You do all this, finally giving Bhagavad Gita, recorrect everything what all you have done wrong things. What to do? That is our material world for you. So at least we shouldn't repeat it. We shouldn't repeat this to our kids. To our
Yes.
children. We should at least teach them. At the age of 5, we have to teach them. That's what Prahlad Maharaj says. Kaumaram macharit. Kaumaram means the age of 5. From the age of 5, we have to start this bhakti. Actually, in those days, in 5 years, they used to send to Gurukulas. Gurukulam is done. Do not come. For 25 years, they get trained under a bona fide spiritual master.
Yes, Guruji.
A person who is developed, who is under the guidance of a spiritual master is so powerful. You can't imagine. Now what we say, this nuclear bomb, atom bomb, anything, not even a nuclear bomb is equivalent to one person. That's what you can see in our history. Chhatrapati Shivaji, Rana Pratap, great warriors. Just having few numbers, they don't have any fear that. And this Mughals are lax together armies. And this only few 1,000 or some thousands, they stand and they're ready to fight.
Yes, Guruji.
Warriors they were because they had the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. And now we are scared like rats. We run. Somebody shouting outside, we run inside the house. We block the door. Why?
Yes.
So fearsome. Just imagine what life we are leading.
Yes, Guruji.
Yes, Mataji, your words are very much true. So I need request everyone. Yes, it is our bad time. We have experienced such things. We have process, but not our children. Not our children. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji.
Kirtiraj Prabhu.
No, Guruji. Actually, whatever the question that raised, I'm getting answers over the other chapter. So I'm just waiting to get all my questions answered. But I brought up saying Shiva and I pray Shiva a lot. And now I understand that I need to go to Krishna. Shiva made me to get into this.
Yes. And see one thing.
Yeah.
Everyone should be attentive to hear this. Never ever you should give up Shiva. We should have that gratitude. Just think, just Prabhupada has simplified this Bhagavad Gita. Every day we are showing our gratitude by giving obeisances to him. And the Devatas, Lord Shiva, and all the other Devatas who are protecting us in every inch and inch, all our bodies, 33 crore Devatas, my ears, my eye, everything is working only under their directions. Never ever we should offend even Devatas. Take care.
Yeah.
Never you should offend. Oh, Krishna is supreme, then I can give up everything. Yes, you understand this. Yes, you have to serve. I said the example of corporate and chief minister, not disrespecting the corporator.
Right.
Not only respecting corporator, neglecting chief minister also. Should in a complete knowledge, should understand whose position is what, and start worshipping and respecting the same way.
Same way, correct. That's what I wanted to ask, Guru. Because like I always pray Krishna and do that mantra, but again, day of the day, like I'll say Shivaya Nama as well.
Yes, Prabhu. Please do, Prabhu. Nothing. And they see one thing, and there's a difference between Shiva and Vishnu, you know.
Yeah.
Same.
Both are same.
The same, it's explained in the scriptures, but it is given the example as Vishnu as milk,
okay,
Shiva as curd.
Got it.
Both are same like milk product.
Got it.
In other way, both are not same. Milk and curd are not same. No? They are different. Okay. So this way, because Shiva comes in touch of material, Vishnu is not coming in touch. He says he touches the material world through Shiva.
Oh, got it.
So in that way, Vishnu and Shiva, there's no difference, because Shiva becomes when we had this so little bit of one drop of lemon to milk, it transforms to curd. Same way, Shiva with the touch with Parvati, with the Durga Deva, with the touch with the material world, he becomes curd. But both are equal. So now it will be difficult to understand these things. So when we just develop our consciousness, it will be better understand.
Thanks, Guru.
Yes, thank you. Hare Krishna. Okay.
Yes, Prabhu.
Any other things, Chandrasekhar Prabhu?
Yeah, there are some feedback, Prabhu. I'll quickly.
Yes, please. Prabhu.
Yeah, Nandita Mataji says interesting topic. Venkatesh Prabhu was asking, like, I am a strong believer in Shiva. Can I continue with Shiva? So as you said just now, he can continue. And Harsha,
not only Shiva.
Anyone.
Any god you are worshipping, even like Grama Devata, Ishta Devata, anything. Nowhere to give up. See, Krishna consciousness is only additional to our life. When we had up this, the unwanted thing, where after my consciousness is getting purified, automatically it goes from me. Nothing to give up in our life when we take Krishna consciousness. Let it be eating, worshipping, living style, anything. It's only an additional part. When you are adding more and more, automatically the unwanted things goes out. That's it. Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Harsha Prabhu says it is always amazing. Bhargavi Mataji says very thought-provoking. Akshata Mataji says it is supreme. Uma Mataji says enlightening oneself is a process that requires a lot of time. Thank you for the process, Guruji. Hare Krishna. Vaishali Mataji says slowly the Gita is getting deeper into my mind and life. With Guruji's guidance, I am able to at least look at it not just as a God's book, but something to be applied in life. Hare Krishna. And Anita Mataji says, taking deeper in Krishna's word.
Papa Rao is blank.
There is no blank. So taking deeper in Krishna's word, waiting eagerly for the next session. Lilavati Mataji says, Guruji Bhagavad Gita ಕೇಳಿದ ಮೇಲೆ and Hare Krishna ಮಹಾಮಂತ್ರ ಪಠನೆ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ನನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ನನ್ನ ಜೀವನಕ್ಕೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ದಾರಿ ತೋರಿದ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅನಂತ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. Raghavendra Prabhu says good, and Shweta Mata says good session.
Yes. So one thing I'd like to say here, even after chanting, if something happening in our life, no need to worry. That's what Krishna wants us. If something happening good, it's well and good. If it's not happening, then also no need to worry, because Krishna wants this. By giving the 7th chapter, we know, by giving problems, he purifies us. For somebody else, for solving the problems, he purifies them. So he knows very well. So this is how my devotee will be able to come to the next level. So he gives accordingly. So better than me, who knows me? The Supreme Lord, because he's seen so many lifetimes of us, and he's going to see even the future also. Accordingly, he guides us. Just surrender unto him. Lead him. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Okay. I thank each and everyone for participating in today's session. So let us chant once Hare Krishna Mahamantra and wind up the session. Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yes, thank you. So now I'll give the option to unmute yourself. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare Krishna, Vaishali Mataji, Kirtiraj Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Sandhya Rao Mataji, Hare Krishna, Kavita Mataji, Hare Krishna, Anita Mataji, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Jai Shri
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Zulelal Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Bhavani Mataji, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Tejamai Mataji, Hare Krishna, CV Rao Prabhu, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Mataji, Hare Krishna, Bhanupriya Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Hare Krishna, Pramod Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Divya Mataji and family, Hare Krishna. Then Shweta Mataji and
Hare
Vasudha.
Krishna.
Yes, Hare Krishna to all. Raja Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Pramod Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Chandrasekhar Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna to everyone.
Indura Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna to all.
Thank you all for joining the session. We'll have a session tomorrow again for chapter 10. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.